This is the story of two bedwetters. A man in his early 20s had been wetting his bed since forever. He was getting panicky now because he was going to get married soon. A woman also in her early 20s had been wetting her bed since her childhood, and she was going insane now. As luck would have it, these two ended up marrying each other. But nobody confessed that they were bedwetters. After their first night, when they woke up in the morning, the bed was predictably wet. Both were terrified on discovering this as to what would be the reaction of the other person. But the wife didn't know that the husband was a bedwetter, and the husband didn't know that the wife was a bedwetter. So none of them said anything. At this, the husband thought, my wife is so understanding and loving. She didn't say anything about me wetting the bed. The wife also thought that my husband is so kind and gentle. He didn't complain or whine or got angry about the fact that I had wet the bed. This went on and on for quite some time until eventually they figured out that both of them were bedwetters. And once they figured that out, they said that enough is enough, something needs to be done about this. So they went to this rock star of a therapist. I won't tell his name because this is sort of a teaser of a video. So they went to the therapist and told him their problem. The therapist gave the most unconventional of solutions. He said that for 28 straight nights, they were to drink a large glass of water, lock the bathroom door, and consciously, in their own way, separately wet the bed. Now, it's one thing to get into a dry bed and sleep, and while asleep, wetting the bed and discovering that you had wet the bed. But it's completely different thing to consciously wet the bed and then get into that wet bed. But the therapist had convinced them, and this is what they did for 28 straight nights. As the nights were progressing, it was getting more and more challenging and uncomfortable for them. And they were really waiting for these 28 nights to be over, because the therapist had told them that on the 29th night, they could take a break from doing this activity of consciously wetting the bed. Eventually, the 28 nights got over, and on the 29th night, the couple got into the dry bed. And after that, they never ever wet the bed again. So that's some therapy for you. To conclude the video, I'd like to quote Carl Jung, and he said, if you don't make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your whole life, and you will call it fate.